Hello everyone, and welcome to your weekly tarot starting Tuesday the 28th of November. I pray you've all had a great weekend. I hope you found some time to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labours. If you're new here today, then welcome. I hope today's reading inspires you and gives you some tools that you can use in your everyday life. I'm reading from the Tarot of Inspiration today. I've gone ahead and ordered some new decks to work with, so I'm very excited to be able to share them with you over the coming weeks. Now, we can look towards this week. We can see what energies will be playing out around us and how they can affect our being. And with some guidance from the tarot, we'll be better equipped to understand our minds and spirits. It's my dearest hope that if you do find this work, that you are uplifted and enlightened, so that you can grow and heal and ultimately find happiness and joy in your life. So for today's reading, we have the High Priestess from the Major Arcana, and we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Ten of Wands. If you chose card 1, then you're being called by the High Priestess. This card is about feminine wisdom. It is the unseen power that governs the natural cycles of all life. And this is a really stunning art piece of the Priestess card. If we look into more detail at the image, we see that she's holding the pomegranate. And this fruit or archetype is very fitting, but it's not actually included in any of the renditions of the High Priestess. So very interesting. Because to ancient peoples, the pomegranate represented the blueprint of creation. For within its physical structure is the flower of life pattern, and extending out from its core are the cell structures that contain and hold the energy of the sun, which we transmute into food. We can also see that she sits upon the moon between the two pillars, and these represent the positive and negative poles that all energy can potentially manifest into. Now the priestess herself is sitting upon a broken pillow, and this is a very interesting addition to this art piece, because when we look into the zodiac in the third rights, we can see that Virgo, or the archetypal virgin who gives all life, is weeping over a broken column, over something that she's lost. This is because she is the wife of the sun god. This is the same old story of Isis searching for her husband Osiris, who delved into the underworld. After Virgo witnesses her beloved descend into darkness, or the universe, she recoils in terror at his journey into the unknown, because he's going through the winter months of the soul, and she knows that to go through this process, yes, he will evolve, but he will die. So she weeps, and a portion of her balance breaks in her torment. She does not know yet that the sun will be resurrected and will rise again on the eastern horizon. Now, because we are all a part of the web of energy and the influences around us, this weeping and torment form a creative part of our human evolution now. This drama plays out holographically in the subconscious mind and hormones of females. And thus, we have the monthly cycles, we have the emotional pangs that come with the female human condition, and this is all governed by the High Priestess. The woman seeks out her beloved and cries for him in blood each month. But what does this mean for us? If you chose this card today, then you're being gently guided to feel your way through the next few days. The influence of the High Priestess in our lives is pure and gracious and exalted. We are being urged to listen to our feelings this week and to trust our inner wisdom by spending some time in silence. Now you may think, well, I'm sitting here in silence, so now what? Well, by sitting in silence, you're left with nothing but yourself and your feelings and your emotions. You will have the opportunity to gain some clarity this week on some important issues by first spending those few minutes in silence, and then by presenting the subconscious with those important questions about your life and those around you. This really is a time to go within and trust your gut and listen to your intuition. If you have a question and say you feel instantly afraid or angry or repulsed or maybe burdened, then you'll know the feeling behind that question and you will be able to make decisions based on those feelings. The High Priestess is the archetype of the original mother, and With this card in your reading, you will likely experience some synchronicities this week. You will be reminded that you are loved and that you are never alone. So keep an eye out for those apparent coincidences, and know that this is the universe's way of establishing communication and support. And if you can spend some time in meditation or silence so that you can hear your inner voice and tune into your own rhythms, you will be surely on a path to meeting with the goddess within. Now we have the Three of Cups, and this is a really wonderful energy to have in your corner. It speaks about abundance and hospitality. It also symbolises having the experience of sensuality and love and kindness from all those around you. And this is what we're seeing. The three sirens or ladies of the sea are enjoying a respite from the chaos outside the cave. And during this brief vacation from the elements, they're indulging themselves in music and laughter and joy. They're now relaxing and allowing themselves to be immersed in the treasures around them that they have procured. So this is a time to rejoice in friendships. This card indicates that whether you realise it or not, there are friends around you who are truly willing to support you at this present time. And this could also be a sign that a new relationship will grow into a real friendship. You may be invited to a get-together or a party that you will enjoy, or maybe it's you that could call up a dear friend who you haven't talked for in a while for a meal or a day out. This card is indicating that right now you need to have some fun in your life. You need to step away from the apparent chaos of the outside world and create an experience and a few of those moments that will make you feel alive again. The Three of Cups is an excellent card if you are currently in a new relationship, because it really indicates that there is indeed a mutual attraction, and that this relationship could easily develop into something special. This card is also about positive growth from the emotional union of two or more people. Now, the energy of this card won't be around forever. We know that the tide is out, but we also know that it will soon be back and it will flood that cave. So the message here is to seek out the energy of the Three of Cups this week and to enjoy every little moment away from your troubles, because the good things, while they are to be enjoyed in life, do not last forever. Now for the Ten of Wands, we can see straight away that the character in the scene is carrying a heavy load and is sadly having to move uphill. Now, it may be that your enthusiasm could result on you taking on too much responsibility this week. So, you could end up feeling a little overburdened if you're not careful with what you agree to. You could even feel a little resentful for where your good intentions have led. You may be stretched beyond your capacity to really handle the situation comfortably. Now, there's lots of heaviness in the energy of this card. I mean, obviously his load is bearing down on him as he struggles uphill, but the risk with overreaching your energy is that you could end up feeling burned out, or maybe trapped by the newfound responsibilities at your door. This card really reminds us to regularly analyse our energy levels and where they're being directed. It guides us to pare down and eliminate what is unnecessary. So we need to re-establish our priorities in life and question where everything we are doing at present with our 24 hours is serving. Is it serving our goals? Is it serving our inspirations? Could it be used elsewhere? Maybe we've even acquired some new habits that, when inspected, are really having little payoff where the energy and focus could be better directed. One of the key messages with the Ten of Wands is about delegation. So if you are in a team or family and you share the tasks, then the 10 today dares you to delegate a little responsibility to someone else, thus freeing up some energy for you to focus elsewhere. It is likely that you may be thinking, just like me, well, if I don't do this myself, it's obviously not going to be done right. We all do that. We know we can't trust other people always, and if we fail, we only have ourselves to blame. But you might actually be surprised. Try letting someone else take a turn on a task for you and take a step back and see what happens. This may actually be an amazing opportunity for you to really help others as you help yourself through cooperation and trust and support. Just remember, hard work does pay off, and self-respect brings security and honour, but sometimes too much of a good thing can really be a burden. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a real pleasure as always, and this week looks positive and the energies are favourable, if not excellent, for growth, inspiration and support from those around us. Can you press like below if you feel like today's message has resonated with you? And if you're new here, then I hope to see you again. I pray you have a good next few days, and I will return at the weekend. Thank you and God bless.